This Week in Gaming with Naomi Kyle.
Hey everyone, I'm Naomi Kyle and welcome back to This Week in Gaming. This week we're catching up on Steam's latest hardware, new titles from PlayStation, and the nominees for this year's Game Awards. We've got all of this week's gaming news. Let's get started. Valve, Steam's parent company, revealed in a video that they are releasing dedicated gaming hardware. The Steam controller, featuring trackpads in addition to analog sticks, the Steam Frame, a wireless VR headset with a built-in PC capable of playing games natively, and last but not least, the Steam Machine, a compact PC designed to play games directly from the Steam library. The Steam Machine is Valve's second attempt at bridging the gap between PC and console gaming. 10 years ago, Valve introduced the first Steam Machine, but it flopped due to its high price and lack of support on the Steam library. In this latest iteration, Valve seems very confident that this new and improved machine will be as successful as their handheld PC, the Steam Deck. In fact, when compared to the Steam Deck, Valve says that the Steam Machine is 6 times more powerful than its portable cousin, assuring fans that this time around, there will be no shortage of power or games. Over the course of 2025, Sony has experienced considerable challenges trying to make their live service strategy work. Helldivers 2 has been a massive success for Sony, but other live service games like Marathon have experienced delays in the development, and Concord was a commercial failure, prompting PlayStation to pull the plug after just 2 weeks online. Despite these growing pains, Sony is doubling down on live service games with new games from 2 beloved PlayStation icons. Ratchet Clank, Ranger Rumble, and Horizon Steel Frontiers were announced as the latest live service games from PlayStation, but neither game is releasing on the PS5. Both titles are being developed to launch on mobile devices. Horizon Steel Frontiers is a MMORPG where players work together to take down the mechanical creatures that inhabit the world of Horizon, and Ratchet & Clank Ranger Rumble is an arena shooter similar to Overwatch with multiple game modes and characters to choose from. Neither title has an official release date yet and will likely launch sometime next year. Thanks to the unparalleled success of the Super Mario Bros. Movie, Nintendo is going all in adapting their most iconic games to the big screen. Right now, Nintendo has 2 films in the works, the Super Mario Galaxy Movie and The Legend of Zelda. Via a Nintendo Direct, Nintendo shared a new trailer for the Super Mario Galaxy Movie. In the trailer, all of the talent from the first movie make their return to the sequel, in addition to 2 characters from the Mario universe, Rosalina and Bowser Jr. Rosalina will be voiced by the talented Brie Larson, and Bowser Jr. is voiced by Benny Safdie. The Super Mario Galaxy Movie hits theaters on April 3rd, 2026. At the top of this week, Nintendo gave fans a first look at images from their live-action film, Legend of Zelda, likely done in an effort to get ahead of a leaked video taken from the film set that is making its way around the internet. The pictures show Link, played by Benjamin Evan Ainsworth, and Zelda, portrayed by Bo Bragason. In the photos, they are surveying the plans of Hyrule, apparently. Legend of Zelda comes out in theaters on May 7th, 2027. It's that time of the year. We are getting closer and closer to award season. The 2025 Game Awards are just weeks away, and the ceremony's creator and host Jeff Keighley has announced this year's nominees. For Best Game Direction, Clair Obscur Expedition 33, Death Stranding 2 on the Beach, Ghost of Yotei, Hades 2, and Split Fiction. For Best Score and Music, Hollow Knight Silksong, Hades 2, Clair Obscur Expedition 33, Ghost of Yotei, Death Stranding 2 on the Beach. Best Independent Game, Absalom, Ball X Pit, Blueprints, Clair Obscur Expedition 33, Hades 2, and Hollow Knight Silksong. For Best Action Adventure Game, the nominees are Death Stranding 2 on the Beach, Ghost of Yotei, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, Hollow Knight Silksong, and Split Fiction. For Best Multiplayer Game, we got Ark Raiders, Battlefield 6, Elden Ring Night Rain, Peak, and Split Fiction. And for Game of the Year, the nominees are Clair Obscur Expedition 33, Death Stranding 2 on the Beach, Donkey Kong Bonanza, Hades 2, Hollow Knight Silksong, and Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Expedition 33 has become a fan favorite and gathered a total of 12 nominations, making it the most nominated title in the history of the Game Awards. If you are excited as I am, make sure you tune in to the Game Awards on December 11th, where you can watch it on YouTube, Twitch, and now Amazon Prime Video.
Quest complete.
So that's it for the news this week. It's now time to chat with our guest. Destin Legarie joins us to chat about this week's gaming news and our thoughts on the Game Awards nominees.
Select game mode. Multiplayer.
Hey, Destin. Welcome back to This Week in Gaming.
Hey, Naomi. It's great to see you.
So good to have you. We have quite the day for news today. I can't believe all the stuff we're going to get to talk about. So we're going to have to figure out a way to fit this in. But I guess we'll start off with the big stuff, which is the Steam Machine. Valve just announced that they're bringing it back, and it's kind of a big deal. People are, I'm pretty impressed by what they showed. What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, so this is a really, really interesting box, and I am very pro Steam Machine. It is a little underpowered in terms of what it's able to do. This is because of a VRAM limitation that a lot of people have called out. But here's one thing that I've realized with gaming for the majority of people. They don't really focus on that. They just want ease of access. So there are people who will adopt, say, the PlayStation 5 Pro. They will adopt the top-end tech. But Nintendo was able to keep the Switch going for as long as it did because it was still popular, and graphics haven't had a generational leap like they have between the PS3 to the PS4 since forever. And I don't think we will see that leap again. So people can still play the majority of PlayStation 5 games on their PlayStation 4. And this box is going to offer a new avenue for people to play all of their Steam games. That includes Xbox games, that includes PlayStation games. And if you choose to, you can probably get Windows up and running on it. Steam says it's your box, do what you want. Who are we to tell you what to do with your PC? It's a really cool piece of tech, and I'm very excited about what it means for the future.
Yeah, I'm excited, and I'm just left wondering, what is Xbox and PlayStation going to do now? Depending on what the price comes in at, I think that's the big discussion, right? What will this be priced at? We'll see.
Yeah, well, there's the rumored Xbox Magnus, which people are thinking will be over $1,000. The ROG Xbox Ally X, that's out. That's $1,000.
Yeah.
So, those are the price points for those. People are guessing this is going to come in around $499 to $699.
Wow.
And Valve did say it'll be priced similar to what current consoles are priced at. So if it comes in around that price point, like the $499 to $699 range, I do think that they have a chance to garner a lot of interest from consumers. And the rumor is this was basically the play that Xbox was working towards, getting Windows basically running so it's easier to use for gaming. And Steam kind of beat them to market. They
totally did. It's kind of crazy. Very exciting news, and just excited to see what the price point is and when we get a release date. Let's quickly go to Games Out this week, folks, and we'll be right back with more news.
Games Out this week.
Starting on November 18th, News Tower and Rune Arc disembark on PC. Deadpool VR slices and dices exclusively on the Meta Quest. On November 19th, Winter Survival takes shelter on PC. Thrill of the Fight 2 KOs the competition exclusively on Meta Quest. Demon School cuts class on PS4, PS5, PC, Switch, and Xbox Series X and S. Then on November 20th, Cross Blitz, Cryophobia, and Demio and Dungeons & Dragons Battle Marked team up on PC. Samurai Academy, Paws of Fury, scratches on PS5, PC, Switch, and Xbox Series X and S. Neo Inferno and R-Type Delta HD Boosted shoot 'em up on PS4, PS5, PC, Switch, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X and S. Kirby Air Raiders drifts exclusively on the Nintendo Switch 2. The Epic Games Store is offering just one free game this week, Zoe T, which will be available for download from November 20th to the 27th.
Quest accepted.
Another interesting direction that PlayStation is taking right now is Ratchet & Clank, Ranger Rumble, and Horizon Steel Frontiers, totally out of left field. They're still going the live service route. Why do you think that is? That they're doubling down on this? We've seen a bit of hit or misses when it comes to live service games.
The reason they're doubling down on it is because you only need one big hit to recoup any sort of losses. Concord was a big hit for them last year. There's rumors they spent like $400 million on that. But Helldivers, however, has been a massive win for them.
That's true.
And then Bungie has been a massive letdown. They actually had to have a revision on their latest earnings call of something like $214 million as they expect Bungie to make less than expected.
Yeah.
But it's all sort of a mixed bag. You kind of throw stuff at the wall and see what sticks. And you really only need one of them to stick to have a massive success on your hands.
It's a really good point. Ratchet and Clank and Horizon, which one's the most on your radar? Is it something you're going to play? I know this is, from what I read, mobile only, but who never know if it'll transfer over to console later.
Yeah, here's the interesting thing. It is mobile only. I know for Horizon, it will be available on PC because you can launch mobile games on your PC using something like Moo Player. That's how I play Destiny Rising anyway. And it's really interesting that they just decided to skip the PlayStation. This is made in partnership with NCSoft and Guerrilla, I believe, off the top of my head. And it's a really interesting looking game. It looks really good, especially Horizon. And when you see successes like Genshin, which is available on console, but this doesn't make its way to console, I'm a little confused about the strategy here. You definitely have a large swath of Horizon fans on console. Why would you not consider letting them in on the fun? Maybe
it's like a test run. They kind of want to see how it does on mobile, and then they'll invest resources to transfer it over or get it over on console.
I don't know.
Yeah, for me, I think my heart goes towards Ratchet and Clank just for the fact that it's on mobile, even though I love both franchises equally. Do you have a favorite out of these two?
Oh, yeah. Ratchet and Clank also is my favorite franchise. But I was just thinking as a game, I think Horizon looks really, really good for a mobile title.
Yeah, it really does. So that was interesting news. Totally. A lot of left field stuff this week. What did you think of, I know this is movie talk, and I know last time we had you on fan casting for the Zelda movie. So I just want to get your take. I know this is, Nintendo, but Super Mario Galaxy movie came out. The trailer looks great. I was a big fan of the first movie. Does it have you hyped?
Oh, yeah, it looks great. And Super Mario Galaxies, what a great opportunity for them to just explore any kind of world that they want to explore and really have fun with it. And I think we saw a little bit of that in the trailer, like when they went to the water world and we got to see what Mario was doing, exploring that space. And, they introduced some new characters to us, like Rosalina. And it's going to be really interesting to see how that character ends up kicking some serious butt.
I love it.
I can't wait for this one.
Me neither. I love that Brie Larson was cast, just knowing that she was such a fan. She's been for such a long time a huge fan of Nintendo games. I remember when during the COVID, it was like Animal Crossing was her thing. And so it's just cool that they were able to fit her in, and Rosalina's perfect for her. Also, Zelda movie stuff. We got to see, because I think there was a leak. There was a video leak of...
Nintendo came out and said it, though.
They did.
So they released it officially. Okay. Miyamoto came out. Sorry, I'm really excited about this one.
All right, let's hear it.
Yeah, so Miyamoto's just like, so here's 3 images of the actors on set from Nintendo, right? And he puts out the images of the characters, and they are so perfect.
I know.
They look so good. They just look exactly like you would imagine the characters.
It's wild.
And it's kind of like, you know what? I feel like I understand The Legend of Zelda a little bit more about like the tension between these two characters.
Yeah.
And I did appreciate that a lot. Miyamoto, can I read the quote here?
Yeah.
He said, "We have officially begun filming the live-action movie adaptation of The Legend of Zelda in the magnificent great outdoors, together with Bo Bragason, who plays Zelda, and Benjamin Evan Ainsworth, who plays Link. The filming is progressing smoothly, so I would appreciate it if you could quietly watch over us. The theatrical release is scheduled for May 7th, 2027. Please wait just a little longer." Kind of saying, hey, could you stop leaking the images?
It's like, ease up, guys. Like, take a break. Like, take a breather. Let's just let the creative process happen. Like, stop sneaking out in the bushes and trying to get photos. But I couldn't agree with you more. We were fan casting this last time. Well, on one of the episodes you were on. I am a little. I feel like the leaked images was a little too soon, but because we have such a long wait from here on out. But it's looking really good, and I could not be more excited. Let's talk Game Awards, because we're gonna have to go through a whole list of stuff and share our thoughts. But yeah, pretty solid list so far. Like everyone on that list, every game on that list looks perfect for their categories. I'm very happy with the Game of the Year nominees. I guess let's just go through, starting with game direction. We've got Claire Obscure Expedition 33, Death Stranding 2 on the Beach, Ghost of Yotei, Hades 2, and Split Fiction. Predictions on who you think might win this category?
I mean, I think it's going to be a pretty big sweep for Claire Obscure Expedition 33. It's an industry darling. Everybody really, really loved that game. But I wouldn't count out any of these titles. They're all superb.
Yeah, I was looking through the list, and I agree with you that Expedition 33, it apparently the highest number of nominations for a game ever, 12 total for the whole year. So,
but not at the Grammys. What is up, Grammys?
What's up with the Grammys? Well, I'm excited. I think for this category, game direction, I don't know. I was a huge fan of Split Fiction, so I think I'm just going to pick that one for this category. Let's move on to score and music. Hollow Knight, Silksong, Hades 2, Claire Obscure Expedition 33, of course, Ghost of Yotei, Death Stranding 2, On the Beach. When it comes to music, was there anything that stood out? Is there any one of them that stands out to you in this category?
That one's tough.
Yeah.
That one's harder for me.
Yeah.
I did really like the music in Death Stranding 2.
Oh, okay.
Quite a bit. But I don't think it's going to win. Okay. But I'm just thinking like my personal favorite. I really did enjoy that.
Yeah. I think Ghost of Yotei for me on this one.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think. Best independent game. I only played on these are the popular ones. Hollow Knight, Silksong, Hades 2, Claire Obscure, and Blueprints. I have not played Ball X Pit, and I have not played Absalom. Is that how you pronounce it?
Oh, nice.
So I think for this one, because it's an independent game and because it totally blew my mind, I'm picking Blueprints for that one.
Yeah, I actually haven't played a lot of these, if I'm being honest. So
just pick a random one.
Blueprints. I think Blueprints is a top contender for sure.
Blueprints was a cool, really surprise hit. It needs to win something this year. That's where I'm at with that. Best action adventure game, Death Stranding, Ghost of Yotei, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, which was a late release. So yeah, interesting that one's finally hitting the list. Hollow Knight, Silksong, and Split Fiction.
I think Split Fiction on that one.
Yeah.
A lot of people really like the experience of Split Fiction and how sort of zany and wacky it got. And it would just be great to see the guy who made it come back on stage and,
totally.
and do something crazy.
Yeah, it would be crazy. So we have to give it to them. I agree. Multiplayer game, Arc Raiders, Battlefield 6, Elden Ring, Night Rain, Peak, and Split Fiction.
Come on, let's be honest. It's between Arc Raiders and Battlefield. It's going to be one of those two, easy. I don't think anything else comes close.
I agree. As much as I love that Split Fiction did multiplayer in a really cool, interesting way, like brought back co-op, basically, I agree with you. I think Arc Raiders for me. I don't see Battlefield 6 winning this.
I don't know. Both of those have released, but I would be shocked if Arc Raiders didn't win it because it has maintained concurrence evenly since launch.
Yeah.
In fact, it might be increasing, which is just unprecedented. It's really, really incredible what they've managed to accomplish.
Are you playing it right now?
Yeah, I've played a little bit of Arc Raiders here and there. It is really good.
It's really good. Yeah. I'm tempted to play it too a little bit more. I played a little bit, but not super intensely. And I feel like it's going to hook me because it just brings back the Helldivers 2 kind of thing that was happening. And Helldivers 2 was incredible. I don't remember. Did that win a lot last year? Game Awards?
I actually don't know.
I don't remember.
I think it won some.
Yeah, I hope so, because that was great. Arc Raiders for the win on that one. All right, Game of the Year. Let's just go through the list. Claire Obscure Expedition 33, Death Stranding 2, Donkey Kong Bonanza, Hades 2, Hollow Knight, Silksong, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I gotta say, I'm a little sad. Split Fiction is not on this list.
I get it. A lot of people wanted Arc Raiders on Game of the Year also.
Yeah.
I think if Claire Obscure doesn't win, people are going to riot. I think people are going to be very upset if Claire Obscure doesn't win. And you know what? I don't know why. I'm so glad to see Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 on there. It's a very different kind of game that you don't often see on Game of the Year list. But I really think they just nailed the list. This is a great set of nominees.
Yeah.
I don't really think there's a wrong answer. And just because it's the only one that I think is a little different than the others, I do think Donkey Kong, for some reason, ends up taking it, but I want Claire Obscure to take it.
You think Donkey Kong might take it?
I don't know why the industry, they vote for crazy stuff sometimes, but I really want Claire Obscure to win.
That's so, I think Claire Obscure has to win. Like, you're right. There's just going to be, no one will be happy with anything else. Okay.
What about you? What's your personal pick?
I mean, it's not on the list. So I would have gone split fiction for sure. But I get it. I get that these other titles, if I were to make this list, I would have replaced Donkey Kong with Split Fiction or even Blueprints or Arc Raiders. Yeah, there's just like so many good games this year. Of good games. That is the problem.
I think Arc Raiders misses the cutoff though.
Yeah, that's right.
Because they have the weird voting thing where it like
released
stops.
too late. Released too late. So maybe next year, but that's what happens, right? Like Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, a late release, same thing, might not win. But we'll see. Very exciting times. It's coming up here soon. Game Awards are fast approaching. But yeah, Destin, thank you so much for being on the show. As always, it's so great to have you on. And let's just have a great rest of the year, shall we?
That sounds great to me, Naomi.
Awesome.
Have a good one.
Later. Destin Legarie is a content creator and host on the Destin channel. Check out his YouTube channel at youtube.com/@DestinL.
Flawless victory! Continue!
And that's This Week in Gaming. I'm your host, Naomi Kyle. Thank you so much for listening, and shout out to my co-writer, Josh Seaman, for helping put the show together every week. Don't forget to tag me with what you're playing on socials at Naomi Kyle. From all of us here at This Week in Gaming, we wish you a fun-filled week, and we'll see you again same time, same place. See you later.
This Week in Gaming is an iHeartRadio Canada podcast. Subscribe to this podcast on iHeartRadio or wherever you get your podcasts. Download the iHeartRadio app for more podcasts just like these.